It is extremely simple to build a strong, powerful, and aesthetic physique with little to no equipment. You can build the body of your dreams by simply just doing calisthenic exercises alone. And they're some of my favorite exercises to do because not only can you improve your strength of your own body weight, which is going to be transferable into the real world, but they're also going to improve your mobility because with these exercises, you can get insane ranges of motion with them without having to worry about being crushed under the weight of the bar. It's also going to improve your muscular endurance because the better you get at these exercises, the more reps you're going to be able to do of them, which is going to build that muscular endurance. And on top of all of that, you barely need any equipment like I mentioned before. So today I'm going to be going through every single muscle group and giving you beginner to advanced exercises that you can do anytime and anywhere. And real quick, before we get started, if you want all of these exercises I'm going to be explaining put into a program for you, no matter what strength level you are, the top link in the description is going to be a calisthenics masterclass that I created that literally costs you the price of a fucking Chipotle. So if you're interested in that, you can check that out after this video is over. But starting off with the chest, the first exercise is going to be the staple of all calisthenics movements, which is the push-up. Now, based on your strength level, you can modify it to make it easier or harder for yourself. And to make it easier, you can go on your knees and do girl push-ups until you're strong enough to be able to do them like a man. Then, as you continue to get stronger, you can change up the hand placements and eventually elevate your feet to target more of the upper chest, which is going to make you look more aesthetic. And then last but not least, the final boss of all push-ups is being able to do them one arm, which targets the same muscles just as regular push-ups, but they just make you look badass. Then moving on to triceps, the first exercise is going to be dips. If you don't have bars like I do right here, you can just get a bench and do them like this. But I highly recommend getting some bars to be able to do dips in your house because these bars will also come in handy with another exercise later in this video. And as you progress with dips, you can also incorporate diamond push-ups, which are going to really build your triceps as well as give your chest some extra love as well. Then moving on to abs. We all want abs, right? Well, the first exercise is going to get you those abs, but at the same time is going to humble you very quickly. If you're familiar with calisthenics already, you might have already guessed it. It's the L-sit. You can do this movement on the floor, but remember how I said those bars are going to come in handy again? Well, you can also do the L-sit on these as well. And in my opinion, it's a more comfortable hand placement and less of a strain on my wrists, so I like to do them on the bars. If you can't do the L-sit yet, you can do them with your knees tucked and work on progressing to one leg out at a time until you're able to hold the full L-sit for a given amount of time. Another great ab exercise to pair with the L-sit is the plank. Holding isometrics for the abs is great in my opinion because not only do they force your entire abdominal wall to start working, but it's a compound movement that targets other muscle groups as well, such as the triceps and the shoulders. But don't think we're just going to be doing these isometrics for our abs because the next movements are going to be dynamic ab exercises. The first one is the hanging leg raise, which is going to help you get stronger with your L-sit if you control the movement through the entirety of the rep. And when you do this one, if your body fat's low enough, it looks super cool because your entire core lights up, which is going to make your abs look crazy. Then for the last two ab exercises, we're going to be getting on the floor and doing regular sit-ups and jackknife sit-ups. You should all know how to do sit-ups, so I'm not going to explain that one. But for jackknife sit-ups, you're going to lay flat on your back with your arms above your head and simultaneously raise your upper body and your lower body to meet in the middle. Then moving on to the back, which is my personal favorite, we're going to be doing different variations of pull-ups. If you can't do pull-ups yet, don't worry. You can use a band for assistance or do the inverted row exercise, which is going to target a lot of the same muscles as the pull-up, but it's a little bit easier of a movement. The different variations we're going to be doing are wide grip, neutral grip, and underhand grip. In my opinion, these three are all that you need to build a super aesthetic back. And if you need proof, here's what my back looks like just from doing these three variations. Then last but not least, we have everyone's least favorite, legs. If you've watched any of my videos before, you know that I don't train legs in a traditional way with traditional strength movements anymore. I only do plyometrics and isometrics. But if you want to know exactly what I do, you can watch these videos after this one. But for you watching this video right now, I think it is important for you to build a strong foundation first before just skipping all traditional leg training and just doing what I do now. Because I made this transition after years of training legs traditionally, but for you, I think you'll only need probably about 6 months to build a strong foundation before moving away from traditional leg training, which is actually going to build you that athletic and aesthetic physique. Anyway, I digress. The movements that we're going to be doing for the legs are calf raises, squats, lunges, and lateral lunges. All of these are very basic leg exercises, but as you get stronger, you can progress into single leg calf raises, jumping lunges, jumping squats, pistol squats, and sissy squats. These ones are going to take some time to be able to eventually get good at, but like I said, by the end of month 5 or 6, you should be able to do multiple reps of all of these movements, and then you'll be able to begin training legs like I do. So that's all the exercises that you need for every muscle group. Like I mentioned before, if you want all of these exercises laid out in a very easy to follow program for you, no matter what strength level you are right now, top link in the description, you can go check that out. But I hope this one helped, and I will see you tomorrow, my friend.